Chapter X Interrogating Wolyn. Warning: incest fanfiction / teenage girl dream cringefest below. Reader discretion is advised. Tim is once again asked to open a portal to the pocket plane. Being able to efficiently open the gate between worlds is a magical ability not yet quite within his grasp, even with Barnabas's help. For now, you all must rely on other sources of intense arcane energy. But how? The entire party bands together and concentrates their magical power onto the wizard. It doesn't look like it's enough, but even considering their incredible strength. Roanoke sighs and steps forward to aid this strange bunch. With the paladin's aid, it seems there is now sufficient energy to begin the ritual. The very fabrics of reality once again tear as you forcefully remove the veil between space and time and peer within the gap. The water here begins to swirl slowly and forming miniature whirlpools. It is difficult for you to fully open the portal at this time, and a hole barely big enough to fight your hand in appears. You're about to give up hope when you see a flicker of movement on the other side. It has to be Wolyn. You concentrate on her being, and strangely, she begins to be pulled towards the rip. You reach in and grab her by the wrist and pull, but she is resisting with all her might. This isn't going to be the easiest tug of war. But Gizzard has never lost a tug of war in his life. Not when it matters, anyway. With an almighty yank from the lizard man, she comes flying through the portal and falls on top of Walter as the portal behind her comes to an abrupt close. She darts around the room, trying to look for an exit. When she realizes her predicament, she begins to chant a spell. Barnabas yells.
She's trying to summon a gate. Stop her.
Dig is furious and is about to cast a powerful electrical spell. But Walter knocks the Dragonborn aside. The two tussle for a short while, as they both struggle to get the better of them.
Get off me.
The Dragonborn swipes with his claws, narrowly missing Walter's face. Walter roars, and the shoulder charges the sorcerer in return. Gizzard pulls Dig back, while Ubo does the same for Walter. Walter pushes his turtle friend aside and rushes to his sister, holding her arms behind her back. She is sweating profusely, and it seems as if there is incredible stress being placed on her body for no reason. You didn't notice before, but now you have a good look at her, you are taken aback. Her eyes have no pupils, but are instead completely black, like you're staring at two round pieces of obsidian. She must have shredded and clawed at her own skin, because there's blood and tear marks all over her arms and her face. Her mouth is dry. She must have been screaming, because as she speaks, throat is parched, her voice sounding rough as sandpaper. She speaks.
For Holom, Thok for Clien. Glory Thok for Leviathan. Posis has is Dosteragatos.
You do not understand what she is saying. She is clearly not speaking in any language you know. Dig bellows.
She is too dangerous to be left alive. Tell her to shut up now, Water, or I will make her.
Wolyn continues to drone in the same three phrases.
That's it. She's done.
Dig steps forward and attempts to claw the Lantanus princess. Water only barely manages to deflect the Dragonborn's blow.
What in the world are you doing, man?
Walter screams. Gizzard, Ubo, and Tim are unsure what to do. There is a rift growing here in the party, and it has nothing to do with the great trench outside. Roanoke believes in only one simple truth. You do not strike a woman. The paladin creeps behind Dig and when in position, locks the Dragonborn in a tight bear hug.
I don't understand of this, Mr. Bigman, but I can't stand by and let you hurt a woman.
Dig tries to shake off his grip.
You idiot. Do you even know what she tried to do? She's too dangerous to be left alive.
But we do need her for information, Tim reasons. Wolyn continues to chant. Usually, Dig is not the most imposing or even the strongest of the party physically, but the anger and frustration has gotten to him. With little effort, he hip throws the half-orc to the ground and lays Roanoke flat on his back.
Mercy!
The Dragonborn leaps over his body and delivers a swift punch into Wolyn's gut. This time, Water is too slow to react. As Wolyn sputters out some more blood, Roanoke clears his throat and says,
What sort of man are you?
Dig snarls.
This bitch is the one responsible for the whole mess back in Lantanis. Are you seriously just going to pretend none of that happened, Water? You, out of all people, should be the one who understands this situation most.
Water grits his teeth.
No, this isn't my sister.
What are you saying, man?
I know.
Roanoke says,
I have a spell that allows us to understand any language for a time.
Ubo finds his friend's defiance strange. Water was always devoted to his family. This was plain for everyone to see, but even this seemed extreme. The two seemed close, perhaps a bit too close. Ubo didn't want to think it to be true. Of course, he knew the rumors and the scandalous claims everybody knew. But could they have had some truth to them? Roanoke mutters the spell for language detection, and Wolyn's strange mutterings become known to the party. She turns out to be taunting the party at the same time as worshipping Leviathan. Dig is livid and wants to shut her up, but Water is still convinced that this is not his sister. Not really. Wolyn takes a deep inhale of air as she comes to. Her breathing is ragged, and her eyes are bloodshot, skin cold and clammy, hair is a mess. She was beautiful once, but you would never know to look at her now. She looks slowly around the room, turning her head to look at all of you one by one.
You freed me from that beast's grasps. Thank
She begins to cough up blood.
you.
Don't speak. Save your strength.
Water grips her hand.
No, tell us everything.
Dig bares his teeth.
This is not up for discussion.
Wolyn coughs.
I don't have much time. There is much I want to tell you, so much I need to tell you. Everything I did for the house and the car. But the city and what happened, that wasn't me. Something went wrong. I was supposed to just infiltrate the temple, but I swear to you upon the gods, something took my mind.
Wolyn shudders.
You believe me, don't you?
Yes.
Says Water without hesitation. The rest of the party are silent. Dig takes a step closer to the siblings.
She could be lying. Yes.
Gizzard agrees.
At temple, she tried lying.
Water closes both eyes.
I don't care. She is telling the truth.
You're going to be the death of us, you fool.
Dig turns away.
So be it. If anything happens, it will be on your conscience, not mine.
Wolyn continues to speak in her weakened state.
The anchors, Water. When I was possessed, I was forced to send protectors to 3 shrines out in the deep sea. I can remember 2 being in the darkest reaches.
The narrator forgets his place, and she gives the location of these 2 shrines. Wolyn slumps closer and closer to the floor, and her skin has become a very pale blue. With great effort, she says,
Can you please give me a moment with Water, please? Alone.
There is much argument about this, and ultimately, only Ubo agrees to step out of the room. As the 2 talk to each other in hushed whispers, the rest of the party listens in. Ubo, likewise, betrays his friend's trust, and leans closer to the door with his ear pressed to it. She holds Water's hand in between her own, trembling.
I don't want to die, brother.
I know.
There's something I have to confess to you.
Water smiles. A single teardrop falls onto the ground as he winks back at his sister.
I know.
Wolyn manages to force out a chuckle of pain.
No, I mean, the night that I lost control of myself was the night that you would arrive in Lantanis. Remember when the entire family was together in the dining room? Someone handed me a vial and made me pour it into your drink. I think it must have triggered your curse. It made you
Rooted
transform
nigger?
that night.
That can't be true. There's no way. Someone in the family did this? But who could it have been?
Water's eyes widen.
Sonnet?
It may well be.
Her eyes begin to fade.
Oh, what a mess we made of things. Mother, Sonnet, and now you. I know I haven't been the best older sister to you. And well, that is... I'm not good with words, so...
With her last vestiges of strength, she gently pulls Water's face to hers, and they share a kiss.
Mwah!
Not the one of a brother and sister, but of a longing, of a forbidden truth between them both. Outside, Ubo has a... Stop it, Darren! Outside, Ubo has a grin from ear to ear.
Aww.
He mutters to himself. Then the realization strikes.
Oh.
Wolyn pulls away.
I'm proud of the man that you've become, you know? You embody the house of Nakard, the real house of Nakard. So please, Water,
She grips his hand tightly one last time.
save our family. Save Lantanis.
You know I will.
Water declares.
I'm going to make the demons pay. Not only will I kill this dark beast, but I'll kill anything that dare to even utter its name. Then, when the dust settles and all my enemies of the deep sea are vanquished, I will destroy every demon that dared to set foot in Terra. I will tear his body asunder, rip his head from its mangled corpse to parade it through the streets of...
Dig puts a hand on the Triton's shoulder.
Water. She's gone.
Ah!